Every ride eventually ends. It's the experiences along the way that count. I set off from Mystic Hills Hideaway, snowmobile rental location in Lead, South Dakota, on January 1st, 2018. Couldn't think of a better way to start a new year. Before I get further into my adventure, let me give you a brief overview of the ride. This is the Google Earth view of the Black Hills National Forest. To the east we have Rapid City. To the north is Sturgis, the site of the famous motorcycle rally. And Lead and Deadwood are located in the northern Black Hills area. I started my ride from the Mystic Hills Rentals location in Lead. The first leg of my trip took me to the Steelwill trading post. Steelwill is a campground and they have a really nice big gas station there. I originally intended to take trail 7A south, but I overshot my turn. As you'll be able to see shortly, it is very easy to miss the intersection. The second leg of my trip took me south on trail 7A, where it links up with George Mickelson Trail. Thankfully, this intersection is not very difficult to find. Lastly, I followed George Mickelson Trail all the way back north to Lead. And here's an overview of the entire ride. These GPS routes will be available for download on the Mystic Hills website for free. If you've never been on a sled before and come across a road that has no snow on it, you might be wondering, what do I do now? Let me show you. The weather finally broke to allow for a sled ride. 18 degrees and fresh powder. As for equipment, I'm riding a 1000cc Yamaha Vector. All I know is, this thing can go way faster than what I'm comfortable with. Today's ride is sponsored by Mystic Hills Hideaway, who have generously lent me all of this equipment. Mystic Hills is an awesome campground located 10 miles south of Deadwood, off Highway 385. They have the largest fleet of sleds and ATVs available in the Northern Hills area. I would highly recommend you check them out if you're looking to visit and partake in the trail adventures. They're also running a second location in Lead where I started this ride. Thank you Mystic Hills Hideaway for generously sponsoring today's adventure. As I mentioned before, my original plan was to head south on Trail 7A. I was advised to do so by the rental's mechanic Scott, who is also the designated rescue party. By the way, if you want to make friends with Scott, you may have to come out and save your limbs from frostbite. As I continued riding on 7, the trail began to exhibit numerous rough patches. Soon I would find out that this will come back and bite me. I finally made it to Steelwill. I asked about Jason and Leah, the owners, and learned they were both suffering from the flu, which afflicts so many on January 1st. Remember those rough patches? Well, they haven't really gone anywhere. Another pro snowmobiling tip for you: just because you went down a rough patch doesn't mean you're coming back up. Finally, I freed myself from that barren hillside, and I was ready to ride. Well, I hope you enjoyed riding and getting stuck with me, folks. I'm looking forward to another trail adventure, and thanks for watching.